It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Handoff to the lone back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Dropping back, it's Ellis. Under fire. Complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Now, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Looking for a man. It's Ellis. They're working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job on it.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, USC!
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And they did tack on the extra point. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bringing it out. He gets a block. He's got it out. Can they catch him? He will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he puts through the extra point. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. To the air, it's Ellis. Trying to set up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, he got nothing. He got no gain. Great job by the defense understanding the situation, understanding, they're not trying to block me. They're trying to make me run upfield. No, sir. Good job being smart, gap sound, not letting the screen beat him. Nowhere to go.
From the gun, running back on the move. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God with this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
And they can't connect a costly turnover on down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. To the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slots.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A great catch and run for 6. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice on it, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. To the air, it's Ellis. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Those are the ones you rewind back on tape over and over again when you watch this tape and you go, how did I miss that? He was so open. You have to hit those plays. There's nothing you can say positive about that.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Wants to throw again. Flushed out of the pocket. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's, Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many.
Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that That's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Reads it, fires complete. Runs through the tackle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Second down coming up. Running to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Motion from the wideout. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the grab. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. And the Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the ground with the back. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Buckeyes have it with a first and goal. Makes the grab. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And really good job knowing I don't get in the end zone. I got to get close to the end zone, be ready to break on the football as soon as they throw up. I can't give up any yards after the catch, and they don't right there.
They want to run this quarterback. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
A third and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. Fires to the tight end. And that one did not work.
And, man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
A field goal here would make it a 2-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on 4th down. Quarterback may change this route. They want to throw it. Rushes on him. To the end zone, and is picked off. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Southern Cal. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the Pac-12 today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Notre Dame is currently up big at this moment in what's shaping up to be a lopsided affair for the Golden Domers. They're up by 28 over Hawaii. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Finds us back in the middle. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing at running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Makes the grab on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
He wants to change this route. Wants to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds the tight end. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop them? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And here comes the offense on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Making side adjustments here. Second down, he'll throw it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Buckeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quick release by the QB. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play, clock running. Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got the back over the middle. Touchdown, Ohio State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wide receiver comes in motion. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Ellis. Under fire. Working that left side now. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Trojans in the hurry up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going to let it go. away. It's intercepted. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback making checks. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll move the wide receiver. Snapped it in the shotgun. Right on the money. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Quickly to the tight end. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. A 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down. To the air on first down. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The run from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quickly complete. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Flips it out on the screen. There he goes. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. up some size.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. And I don't think he got in. Those big bodies up front just creating a wall at the goal line. All they need is 1 yard, and they've got nothing on the last play. Here's third down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on fourth. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
You get down here in the red zone, you get close to the end zone, and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back, he does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, I believe someone calls it the Conference of Champions. Pac-12 action today. Notre Dame is running away with this one today, thanks to an offense that is more than waking up the echoes.
USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Back to pass. It's Hart. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better. Breaks into the open. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
The RPO, it's complete. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Hand off from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, going to the air. Forced out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They took it 64 yards right down the field. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. quarterback out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Buckeyes come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Oh, he's got some space. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. If they little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Grab near the sticks. It's Madden. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. And the Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. They want that clock to run. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. Might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day.
The extra point is blocked. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Set to kick this one off. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Scanning the field, it's hard. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Screen pass. Take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Complete to the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Turning it on! They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The Trojans headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw again. Buys a little time. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Trojans! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They were ready for the onside kick. Oh, ball's out! And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play under 1st down. Offense, quick tempo.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Fires on the move. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Here's a heap. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Now from inside the red zone. Hauls it in. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's flat. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. He'll set up to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And he dropped it. For all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get.
And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And he tacked on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Buckeyes will try to run out the clock in this final minute. Let's go, let's go. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And the defense drags him down.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams